somebody with an unfamiliar to me avatar wrote. Love you, Alicia, from your Earth Camp days. It's spelled it D-A-Z-E, probably on purpose. Play on words. It's be D-A-Y-S, but it could be days too. If that was intentional, I get it. I get the play on words, believe me, I do. Up until today, thing is, it'd be cool if there was anybody who watched me back then. But no one could prove it because A, I've talked about Alicia's World. B, the pictures are out on Flickr, because you can say, oh, well, you did this, you did that. Yeah, but you can see that in pictures. You can even see me holding the gallon jug of booze, okay? Those, my homemade margaritas. There's even a picture where I'm holding a teddy bear in one hand, passed out, and the gallon milk jug with booze in it in the other hand. So there's nothing that anybody could say to prove to me. I can't think of anything that any secrets where someone could prove to me they watched me on Alicia's World. I don't necessarily believe that person saying, love you, Alicia, from your Earth Camp days till today was actually watching me back then. Okay, it could all be made up. Everything could be made up. Stoney proved that to me. He was pretending to be all sorts of people who I 100% believed were all different people. And in the end, he confessed that they were all him, okay? That tells me that anything is possible online. So I'm sitting here having conversations with people I believed were different. He even argued with they argued with each other, and they were all him. Okay. So someone saying, love you, Alicia, from your Earth Camp days until today would never cause me to think, oh, that person watched me on Alicia's World. No. It would have to be someone older. My younger viewers weren't even alive then. Or rather, let's say, well, if I had younger viewers, if I did the Alicia's World in 2001, 19, it was 19 years ago. If the person was 19 right now, they'd be born. But even if they were 29 right now, they would only be 10 years old, so they wouldn't be watching, get it? So it would have to be someone, my older viewers. I know I have viewers, fans of all ages, but to have watched me on Alicia's World, you would have to be, well, supposedly you should have been 18 to watch me. So even if that was 18 years ago and you were 28 right now, you would have been 10. So in order for you to be, you would have had to be like, what, 36 right now. And that's if you were 18 then, and then 18 years later, you'd have to be like in your mid-30s right now to have been old enough to watch my Alicia's World. Anyway, I just thought I'd point that out. I told you, there's so many bad memories in this place, so many. For my mom, too. She had told me before she was never going to move back in here. And then she goes and moves back in here. And even if she was going to do it, temporarily, I never thought she'd do it permanently, okay? I really didn't. I thought she was serious, that she would not, sell the place and move away. No, she apparently wants to stay. I don't, so. I haven't for a long time. You guys know that. Before she moved back in here, I told you guys I was not going to stay here. Right? So if she wasn't going to move in, she would have had to sell the place because I wasn't going to stay. It's not like she couldn't sell the place and move somewhere else in the area and still, have her community of church and whatnot. But whatever. Her choice. Even the goddamn hallway, to this day, and I'll never know because she won't remember, I thought that when I came back here, I wasn't supposed to come back here. I was supposed to be living with that guy, platonically, my roommate. Okay? I was fairly happy there. Although I talked about it on my YouTube videos, I was happy there, but not, his dog was a bully to Omar, and I never thought it would escalate the way that it did, but that was a wake-up call. I told you I learned my lessons about things. And that was terrifying. That was terrifying. The dog almost literally came this inches with his jaws of killing my Omar, was just sleeping peacefully on my lap. But Max was obsessed with me. Max was obsessed with me. He was jealous of Omar. You can say animals can't have human feelings. I don't give a fuck what you say. Believe what you want. That dog was jealous of Omar. Jealous that Omar got to sleep in my bed. Max would sleep right outside my door. And he'd only just met me, right? I don't care. I don't care that experts say animals can't feel that. I don't care. That was jealousy. That dog fell in love with me quickly and then wanted Omar out of the way. Maybe they can't think along those lines, but he was thinking along some kind of lines. I believe it. The way he behaved towards Omar and towards me. The dog was fucking obsessed and in love with me and jealous of Omar, and slept right outside my door, jealous of Omar being in my bed. And then poor Omar was just asleep on my lap, and Max, who I only after the fact found out had been a rescue and lived on the streets in somewhere. Begins with A, I think. I don't know. But he lived on the streets for the first 9 months of his life. So he must have had a flashback. Omar was peaceful. Omar was sitting there snoring and happy, whatever. And Max, of course, has to be right near me and get right up next to me. And Omar woke up and stirred, and Max woke up from something, and right this close to Omar's face, and Omar was terrified. He ran in the other room. He almost was ripped apart right in front of me. It'd be terrifying to know what happened and find it after the fact, let alone having it happen right on my lap, okay? Right after that, I was foolish enough to say, to Bobby, tell you I have to leave, so of course Bobby wasn't going to stay either, and he was getting closer to his girlfriend and planning on moving in and whatever, and he left me high and dry, and I just wanted 30 days, that's all. I'd been living there for months. I needed time to get my, 30 days is the law. I mean, that Leonard was a law unto himself. We learned that, didn't we? Anyway, when I left here, it was after after the police had ignored me once, I've learned shit in this life. Even, people could say, you need to complain about this, or you need to do this. Yeah, in the past I've done things and it's led to nothing, or it's led to, you kind of learn. And I think, like I said, I regressed when I'm a child, when I'm helped. I just think I don't know. I'm very introspective, but a lot of times I don't know from where my fear derives, or why I'll only be brave to a point, or, But in that instance, the police, my mom was pretending she was fine, and the police were laughing at me, even, like, treating me like I was 5 years old. Can you guys learn to just get along, and not believing me, and I didn't have the credibility, or the whatever, that my aunt would have, being the healthcare proxy and power of attorney and whatnot. And they just viewed it as, oh, these two people, mother and daughter, aren't getting along. It was all bullshit. My mom was in the midst of the worst breakdown I'd ever seen. But our hallway walls are plastered with what I came back. I thought it was blood. It's not blood. On closer inspection, it's nail polish. That still begs the question, how the fuck did nail polish get streaked all over our hallway walls? I don't know. Well, I'm sure my mom doesn't remember anyway, so no one will ever know how it happened. Remember, that was when my mom was slowly just destroying the place. Her friend, when I talked to her friend's like, that sounds like she has like Alzheimer's or something, which is what I had thought. But if whatever it was, it didn't progress while I was with that guy and his secretly wanting to hurt my Omar, collie shepherd, okay? My mom was locked up in a mental hospital that actually helped her. I.e., they didn't, like, ones who shall remain nameless, at least for now. There's always an at least for now. No one can stop me. I could say in the future anything I want. Not necessarily out here, but on my own website, my own blog. Okay, I could say whatever I want. It's all the truth. Anyway, they discharged her, and she was well. She wasn't discharged in worse or the same condition, like has repeatedly happened with other mental hospitals. Unfortunately, every time I try to get her into that one, again, doesn't work. I don't really have a choice. It's the first open bed. Remember, I visited her there too, a couple times. But anyway, they didn't discharge her until she was better, and they committed her, and she was fine. I had thought it was the way that was the worst breakdown I'd ever experienced. If any of you watched me back then, or if you found my videos from back then, there are ones where I'm screaming because it was winter, and the governor at that time had declared a state of emergency, and that was the day that people who would believe me were supposed to come here and examine my mom after I told them she's not getting any better, and the police blew me off like I'm 5 years old. It's very annoying. It gets to you, and things have happened since then. I'm not ignorant and I'm not stupid, okay? I've admitted emotional, psychological problems. But people who think I'm stupid and ignorant just because I'm on disability, or just because I have emotional, psychological problems, they're doing me a great disservice, okay? There are some brilliant motherfucking people who are mentally ill. I watched this incredible, I actually got it from PBS, this DVD series, And this woman is schizophrenic and a fucking lawyer. She became a lawyer. And she's in there to prove, you know, like you don't just negate so-called mentally ill in quotations people, okay? You certainly don't go around assuming, not that it can't be true, that they're ignorant and, you know what I mean? But in any case, those always, how the hell did that happen? I don't know. I'll never know. But it's a reminder. You get it? It's not painted over. It's a reminder. It's a reminder of, let's be perfectly clear, if you want to understand anything about me, okay? And things I've been hinting around at, but am not at liberty to tell you outright at this time. If I did, it would blow your fucking mind anyway. It's like it blows Kurt's mind. My mom doesn't remember any of what plagues my existence. I want you guys to really digest that, really think about that, really just wrap your head around that, okay? She doesn't remember any of it. This stuff that fucking kills me, okay? It's like Selena and Joe would say, because they love me and because they know I'm the one who's really, really suffering here because there's nothing I don't remember, okay? She gets to just, but then that's bad too because there are things she should be remembering, okay? That are slipping from her memory and you know, just because she doesn't remember things or remember people in her life who have fucking hurt me or whatnot, doesn't mean it didn't happen. That's why Joe has said, you know, even if things that have caused me a great deal of trauma and pain and whatnot derived from her illness, Joe's like, but that doesn't change how it affected you. It doesn't change your PTSD. It doesn't change anything, okay? Even if it's not her fault, even if it's nobody's fault, it doesn't change how it affected me, okay? And I will sometimes remind her of stuff, more recent stuff, not old stuff, okay? Because I don't want to be the only one who knows. And because I'm desperate, and Selena and Joe, we're all desperate to wise her up, but it's just, it's no use. It's no fucking use. It's just, it's no use. No use. Anyhow, every time I go down that hallway, every time I say, it reminds me of all of that. My mom's fortunate. She doesn't remember it. No. But I'm not so fortunate, am I? No.